Hello guys, how are you doing? I hope you're doing great. My name is Mels. Today we're gonna be trying on new makeup. Of course, please keep in mind that the term new in the makeup industry is kinda iffy because, for example, I have here the latest Colourpop palette, but even then, this has been released like a few weeks ago. So the makeup world keeps rushing and it's very hard to catch up with it, especially if you don't live in the US, and I don't, so things take some time to get to me, and that's why I have to check them out a bit later. Anyways, we're gonna be trying on the new Makeup Forever HD Skin Hydra Glow Foundation. This is the mini size because I have a lot of foundations. We're gonna be checking out the new Colourpop Precious Metals palette. We're gonna be testing everything on my face. I have the Anastasia Beverly stick blush. This is not anything new, but I don't see anybody really talking about these, so I wanted to try it. And for my lips, I have newest release from Cosmetics. These are their lip tints. Yes, Lip Mage tinted serums. I really like lip tints, so we're gonna try everything together. If you are new here, please remember to subscribe. I would really appreciate it. My goal is to reach 1,000 subscribers by the end of this year, so I would really appreciate it if you joined and help me out. But without further ado, let's get right into the makeup. Okay, so my hair is back. Let's start with the base first. I already primed my face. If you haven't watched my latest videos, I highly recommend you check out this Madagascar Centella Ampoule. I use this as a primer if you have dry skin, if some foundations look very cakey or dry in a few areas. For example, here I have a lot of that issue. Then you should try this. Like, really, from my heart, you should try this. This makes my face look so plump, so moisturized, but it's not really sticky. You don't feel anything. You could also use this as a daily moisturizer. I just can't live without this product. I'm gonna leave a link down below if you're interested in checking it out. But yes, let's start with the Makeup Forever HD Skin Hydra Glow. I got it in the shade 1 and 00. I think this is the lightest shade they had. I tried a few other shades when I was in store. The other shades, the next ones, just didn't match, so I thought this was the only possible shade that I could go with because it was literally the only one that we didn't have here at Sephora. This says Undetectable Skin Booster Foundation. So this is interesting that they call it a skin booster because it's not really full coverage, so it gives your skin a boost. I think that's what they want to get at, but let's try it. This mini pack doesn't really say a lot, but look at how cute this is. It's so cute. And I love the fact that it has a white cap, so it has a pump. Let's see, I don't know much to pump, so I did 2 pumps, and I'm gonna apply it with my velvet sponge. I love velvet sponges. I think I wouldn't go back to the standard sponge after trying one. So this shade, it is a bit light, but since it is a skin tint, it doesn't really matter. It is slightly fragrance, but you don't notice it. From the get-go, I already like how it's not collecting here in my nose. A lot of foundations tend to do that on me, but it is also true that that primer thing is miraculous, so I wouldn't be surprised if it was the primer just helping with that. I'm also going a bit over my eyes because I don't really use my primer. I use just foundation. So it seems like 1 pump of this was enough for me. I like the fact that it's not like full coverage, and I wouldn't really apply more, but I have more on my skin, so I'm just, let's see if we can build this. I had watched a few reviews of this because yeah, it's not like the latest thing on the market, and this looked a lot more glowy on the people that I saw. And this makes a lot of sense because I noticed that my skin soaks up any type of moisturizing product very, very well. And I think that this is the case here as well. I see that there's a glow here and I like that very much. I don't think that it's like too glowy though, but again, I do have very dry skin. So let's compare it directly with the Lisa Eldridge foundation. This is very, very liquidy in comparison to it. You can see how it just runs, and it just runs because it's so liquidy. It is less thick. Like, I just did this and it covered my whole hand. And here you find the Makeup Forever foundation, what is left. That was not as thick. Well, I would have to test these out more. You can see the shade difference. This is a bit yellower and this is more like a pink to neutral undertone. So I think that in the undertone category, the Makeup Forever fits me better because I don't have a lot of yellow in my skin. So far, this seems to have a bit more coverage than the Lisa Eldridge. Like in the Lisa Eldridge, I usually tend to notice the few freckles that I have here. I don't really see them except these ones here that are like very difficult to cover up if I'm not using a full coverage foundation. Yeah, it's not caking here, but the Lisa Eldridge doesn't do that as well. Well, it is a bit like sticky because it is moisturizing. Let me just do my brows real quick because I don't have anything for my brows. Okay, so let's go into the Colourpop palette. This is the Precious Metals palette. It's one of their $35 palettes. This is very thick, like it's very heavy. Yes, super reflective, may just be a punch in the eyes if I point it at you. But look at how pretty this is. Again, a lot of glare, I'm sorry. What I liked about this palette and what got me to purchase, because I think it's been 1 year since I got something from Colourpop, is the fact that yes, we do have like a warm tone section, but we also have cooler tones, which is, I think that's great that they did that. When I heard about precious metals, I thought immediately they went for gold and silver, and no, they didn't. They also went for some taupey shades here. We have some pinky shades here. Yeah, I'm sorry, but of course I'm going to go for the shades that are more pinky and more taupey. So let's start with Own It, which is this taupey pink. By now we are accustomed to the quality of Colourpop. I don't think that they have such, big, huge misses. So I don't expect this palette to be difficult to work with. I really like this shade. Yes, it has like a grayish undertone. What I really like about this color selection is that you can easily get summery, fiery looks. For example, these two shades here, I would wear in the summer and they would look stunning, especially if you are warm toned. This one is a lot of glitter, like golden glitter you can't see, but how stunning would they be? Like if you were to go on at sunset on a date or with your friends and just wearing these shades on your eyes. Just careful because I see that this tends to flake off, this metal shade here, so you really need to massage it into the skin. But yeah, I don't normally love these shades, but I think that for summer they have a reason to exist. I mean, for me at least, because I wouldn't normally wear them. I also like that they have like a burgundy, a reddish brown, yes. I don't really love golds, but there's a rose gold. Yeah, these are nice shades, really, really nice shades. I want to use this high value shade here. It's very difficult to show shades. Don't appreciate this metallic background. This has a bit of a purpley undertone. I could end this here and I would be satisfied with my look, but again, I am just going for simpler looks these days. But in order to test this, let me use at least like 3 or 4 shades. These are not at all hard to blend, and I'd say that these shades are the most difficult to formulate. Okay, it's my last matte shade. I will be going into My Best asset here, which is like a grayish taupe, and then just going in the other corner, almost as a blended eyeliner. This is giving me a lot of dimension in my lash line, which makes my eyes look more like feline. Is that how you say it? I've used the same shades on my lower lash line. For my lid, I have a few options. I either want to use Special here, which is a pale pink, or I want to use So Metal. This is a lot of glitter, super sparkly, like a champagne sparkle. Don't mind this, let me get rid of that. Look at how shiny these are. That's incredible. Or I can go for either Priceless or Major Element. So we have Priceless, which is too icy though, or Major Element, which is the rose gold. I think for these look, I wanna go for this, which was Special. Yeah, I like it. Since the other shades are very moody, I think that a lighter shade is better on the lids, just to brighten up the look. So you can see it's a very pinky, mauvey look. And then what I can do is pick up this shade here, the one that was too icy, which is called Priceless, and I'm gonna use it as an inner corner highlight. Yes. What do you think? Don't really have anything to say about this. Just one note. These do flake. You can see these are flaking. So if you wanna use this and avoid that, just make sure that you are like massaging it. Otherwise it will flake off of your lid. Just a warning, but again, this is a $35 palette, which is not the cheapest palette in the world, but it's also like you cannot expect like Anastasia Beverly Hills type of shades. A beautiful palette, very easy to use, very intuitive, because Colourpop does make their palettes by rows, so you can just go by row and you would have a very good look. I applied just mascara and did a small wing. Just an update on this Mude, I don't know, mascara from Yes Style. I really like it. This is their brown mascara in the long curling type, and I think that it really does make my eyelashes curlier, and I like the shade of brown. So yes, recommended if you're looking for something that's curlier. Also because the wand, it does remind me of slightly of the Refi mascara that everybody hates because it pokes their eye, but done well. So for my blush, I am trying out this Anastasia Beverly Hills stick blush in the shade Latte. I got on my For You page a reel of this Korean girl using it, and it looked stunning on her. So hopefully it looks as cute as it did for her. It has a brush, which is a bit stiff, so not sure about it, and the blush stick. It looks really shiny. Doesn't it look like the new House Labs product? It does, I think it does. So let's watch it on my hand. Ooh, it's a nudie pink. Yeah, I think it has some beige in it, so it can look good potentially. Let me grab a blush brush. Okay, so I want to try it with this brush from Flower Nose. So you apply it on your hand. The palm of your hand is warmer than the front of your hand, and you just swish your brush in it and then go on your face. So this is bound to be a very light application because this brush, when there's brushes and blushes involved, I cannot. It's very fluffy and disperses the product really well. Can you see how naturally blushed I look and how diffused this looks? Because of the technique and of course the brush, it makes a lot of difference. Let me do a heavier swatch though, because well, I like this, but if you want to see the product, then you want to see the product, you know? So let's go a second time with the same technique. Yeah, I really like this shade. Oh, is it shedding? Yeah, it is shedding a bit. Not the blush, the brush, of course. I really like this shade. I think it's very natural and it just complements the look really well. The formula seems very easy to use. Honestly, it's a stick blush. Like, by now, it's nothing innovative or that hasn't been done before. This is the aftermath on my end. I think this does feel like it will be a bit longer lasting than your typical super emollient blush, because it is a bit stiff, like it has a hold. I can sense the hold. Yeah, other ways to apply it, you could swipe it on your face. Let us do that. I don't really love this method though. But does it blend easily is the question. Yes it does, so you could do that. I do think that you have like a more difficult application simply because it goes everywhere. Like, do you see how low this is going instead of here where I was able to concentrate it where I wanted it? And what I like to do after I apply my blush, if it's too low, because this is basically below my nose and I don't want that because it makes my face feel and look heavier, like gravity has taken a hold. So I go with my foundation sponge and I just go over here and lift it up. Also, when it gets too close to my nose, I don't like it. So again, just with your foundation sponge, fixed. I think this is much more flattering than before. Oh, I forgot to mention, Colourpop also gave me this, which is their Super Shock Shadow for their anniversary, 10-year anniversary. But in the end, it's just a silver. If you miss this, you're not missing a lot. Now comes what I'm the most excited about, the lips. These are the Cosmetics Lip Mage Tinted Serum. So this is a product that is very popular in K-beauty. Cosmetics, they just do their own thing. I think that they don't love to follow makeup trends. They do what they want to do. And I think that is a good thing because everybody's just doing the same things. You know, we have a lot of blushes, lipsticks, and they're like, here, lip tints. So I will be comparing these with the Rare Beauty lip tints because I love those. I use them every single time. I think they are my most used product in the last year. Has it been a year already? Got these shades: Arcane, Ember, Enigma, and Mirage. I think there was a last one that is more like fuchsia pink, but that doesn't really fit my aesthetics. So let's swatch these down the back of my hand. Let's start with Arcane. I think this is their black cherry shade. Ooh, yeah, it does remind me of the Black Honey from Clinique. It does remind me of it, and it is like a reddish brownish shade. Then we have Ember, which they described it as a terracotta. I would say that is accurate, but there is like some peachiness to it, and this is the nudist of the range. Then we have Mirage, which is their brown nude. I'm really curious about this. Ooh, yes, it is chocolatey. Do you see anything? Definitely more brown, but we're still in the warm tones. And then the last one is Enigma, which is a pink. So hopefully this is a bit cooler in undertone. It's not really cooler. Yeah, I wouldn't call this a cooler undertone shade. I think they are all like warm, and yeah, they're all warm. And let's see if they stain my hand. But just, ooh, they did. So you can see here's the stain and here's the application, the glossy application. Let me actually do more of this. I think they do retain their color a bit, but I don't think it's as pigmented as the Rare Beauty. Let us try that immediately. I have a lot of shades from the Rare Beauty. Don't judge me. I love them. So let's try Hope in comparison with their pink Enigma. I think these are very close, but this has a bit more blue in it. So Hope is even warmer. Then I have Honesty, which is the Rare Beauty brown. So we're comparing it with Mirage. Interesting. So here Honesty from Rare Beauty is much like yellower. I do like Mirage more than Honesty. Wonder, which is the mauve. What can I compare it to? Honestly, I don't think we have a mauve here, so I'll just put it here. This is the mauve from Rare Beauty, and this is Arcane and Ember. Again, not similar. This is much more pink. Delight is my favorite from Rare, and I think it is comparable with Arcane. Let's see. Nope, it's not. It's not. This is Delight and this is Arcane. And then the last one I have doesn't really match with any of them. This is Affection. It's like a deep burgundy. So yeah, it doesn't really match anything. Oh my god. I have removed the gloss from Rare Beauty and they do seem more pigmented. Just look at these in comparison with these. Oh, I forgot this one. Yeah, they do seem more pigmented. So keep that in mind if that is something that matters to you. But let's apply one of them. I want to apply Arcane because I love dark cherry lips and I love black honey. These are scented, by the way. I think they smell like cake. Oh yes, this is the color I like. It's like a cherry red, but not too bright. So this is a very light application, but let's put on more to see the shiny, the glossy effect. So I will not remove any product from this applicator. It is very glossy, and I think I found my new favorite shade in lip oils. I thought Delight from Rare Beauty couldn't be beaten, but this shade, ooh, I like it a lot. I like it a lot. Ooh. Okay, enough with the ramblings. I have a few more products from Colourpop, but this video, yeah, it's pretty long already, so I don't think I can show them to you, even just watch it. But let me know in the comments if you would be interested in a full face of Colourpop, because I have here their mascara in burgundy that I want to try. I have a shadow stick. I have two of their new like lip glossy in a stick product. And I also have here my favorite blush ever. Well, they didn't package this very well, but my favorite blush ever in the history of blushes. So if you're interested, let me know in the comments. I will do a separate video just for Colourpop. This is everything for today. I'm sorry I kept you so long. Hopefully you can just snooze off to this or do your makeup with this. Just an update on these from M Cosmetics. They are not minty feeling like the Rare Beauty, but they do feel like more jelly and more grippy, while the Rare Beauty feel more like lip oils, which makes sense because the M Cosmetics are promoted as lip serums, while the Rare Beauty are promoted as lip oils, tinted lip oils, so they are different in formula. And this is it for today. Hopefully you enjoyed the video, and please do consider subscribing. Again, I'm trying to reach my 1000 subs goal, but thank you for watching and I hope you have a good one. Bye!